Come on, YouTube. We know you can do it. Come on, Tube. Do something, please. YouTube. It's a dangerous beast. Hello. Hello. I mean, it seems like it's working, but I can't see anything. Can you see me? 皆さん、こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。どうぞ。アランです。今日は日本語のストリーム、never mind that rubbish. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're okay. It seems to be working. Let me know if the audio is good. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Is the camera okay? We have the back of the head. Sorry about that, Jim. Did you want the back of the head? Or did you want the front of the head? Who knows? Hey everyone, how you all doing? Hope you're okay. Hopefully it's coming through well enough. Thanks very much. Oh, I can see some hearts coming through. That's great news. Hey, so yeah, hello everybody. Long time no see, no speak. Hope you're all doing really well. Thanks, Yabashi. I'm glad it's coming through well. Yeah, so obviously our dear friend Mr. Monkey, Nathan-san, is away this week. And I'm pretty sure he's away for a full week. So yeah, just chatting on the Discord earlier on, and some people jokingly said, "Oh, you don't want to listen to me," and then you guys said, "Actually, we do." So yeah, kind of here I am. In no way, shape, or form does this replace Nathan's stream, and it will not carry on. But I just thought it'd be nice for us all to have a place to chat tonight, and it seems like you guys did as well. So I'm glad it's all coming through okay and stuff. So yeah. Audio is good, picture is good, and now it's stopped. Whatever that meant. Buffering. It's not buffering. Hopefully, it's not buffering for everybody. But we shall see. Yeah, it seems good for some people. Mario, it might. Sorry, Lord McGray, it might be your stream. Who knows? Hit that refresh button. So yeah, yeah. I just thought I'll just have a quick chat with you all, see how you all are doing. Before we carry on, I'll do what Nathan normally does. Please tell me whereabouts in the world you are joining from. Put a little flag in the chat if you'd like. Tell me what time it is. It's Sunday night here in the sunny UK. Obviously, I'm currently not in Japan. I'm in the home base. Here is one of my videos. Let's get that going. Sorry, I meant to put that on. This is me walking around Fushimi Inari Shrine in Kyoto. And those who will know. It's an absolutely beautiful place to go. A very busy place to go, just to be brutally honest. This was like 7 a.m. and it was already getting quite full. But yeah, that's a different story. That's probably not a bad topic in all fairness. What do we think about the right time to visit places? But yeah, Czechia, nice, Yabashi. I didn't know you was from Czechia. But cool. Yeah, so I just thought I'd chat and see how we all are. So if you got any questions about Japan, you guys probably know more than me. Who knows? Let's have a quick kampai as well, if we can, in the chat. So I've treated myself to some Japanese beers at home. So for those of us that do drink, don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah, it's a Kirin Ichiban. Fun fact: my online handle is Japan Ichiban, as most people probably know, JJI. And the Ichiban comes from this beer, believe it or not. So yeah, it's quite an integral part of my Japanese story. So cheers, everybody. One thing to watch out: the British cheers is chin chin. That is definitely not something you should be saying in Japan. Those who know will know. But yeah, so cool. Yeah, so someone just asked. Yabashi just asked, actually, when is the next trip to Japan for me? I'm not sure at the moment in time. I tend to go to Japan every single year, at least once a year. I generally do one content creating trip, and then I try to go with the family as well. But I have some personal news this year, which I suppose is a good a time as any to actually talk about that. So, me and Michaela are getting married. Way. So, yeah, and what that means is, for us personally, I think funds, etc., are all being sent in that general direction. So, you know, Japan trips for this year might have to go on hold, although we shall see. Obviously, weddings aren't the most inexpensive of things. So, yeah, thanks very much for the congratulations. I mean, we've been together for like forever, so it's my fault that it's taken us so long to get married. But we'll just brush over that. But yeah, so we've been together for 23 plus years now. So yeah, definitely time to get married. But that's my fault. So yeah, so because of that, our usual Japan structure, etc., our trip structure has changed a little bit. Our honeymoon will most definitely be in Japan. That's one of the long-standing jokes at the moment in time. Hey, Alan, you're getting married. Where will the honeymoon be? Where could it possibly be? Where could it be, guys? Where do you think I'm going to go? That's right, Brazil. No, actually, it is Japan. Yeah, yeah, we're definitely going to Japan. So, I mean, I've been traveling to Japan since I was in my 20s, and I was quite a lot thinner back then. Hey, but I'm in my 40s now. So I've traveled quite a lot of Japan. Admittedly, I didn't do that my first few times. I kind of stayed in the Tokyo area. But since then, I've been traveling relatively broad areas of Japan. But I've only ever been as far west as probably Hiroshima, Miyajima, slightly further west, isn't it? So that's as far west as I've been. So I would really like to do a Kyushu trip at some point, and I think that's what we're going to do. So I think we'll fly to Osaka because that's how we can fly from where I am. Yes, I know most people think we're already married. We've been together for so long, and I always introduce Michaela as my wife. But yeah, we're actually officially getting married. She's in the chat, by the way. Say hello. So yeah, we'll probably fly to Osaka and then spend a few days because it'll be our honeymoon. I've asked Lito, a Lito bit of Japan, friend of Nathan's channel and obviously mine as well. Lito's a fantastic photographer and he knows Osaka, Nara, Kyoto better than almost anybody else. If you're thinking of going to those areas, please reach out to Lito. He's a great guy. But I've asked Lito to do some photos of me and Michaela as well. So we're going to take all our wedding attire and hopefully we're getting married in March next year in the UK and our honeymoon will be not long after as well. So I'm hoping we'll hit the cherry blossoms as well. And if Lito can take some photos of us in our wedding attire, whilst we're in cherry blossom season, etc., that would be absolutely fantastic. Oh, sorry, just hold on. PayPal has just come through for some reason. Lord McGrath, thank you very much, my friend. I mean, you didn't have to, but it's certainly appreciated. So thank you very much for that donation. Unfortunately, I can't show it on the screen because I'm just the way I'm streaming. I'm not as professional as Nathan, as you can tell by my setup. But thank you very much. There's a £20 donation from Lord McGrath, so I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, and it will certainly help towards life. Towards the costs of life, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it. What does Nathan do? Arigatou gozaimasu. Anyway, so yeah, where was it? So yeah, so hopefully some really nice photos of our wedding at cherry blossom time. Jim, I don't think we'll take our children just because it's our honeymoon, in all fairness, and it's probably not. In fact, the children are in school anyway when we're going, so it's difficult for us to take them out of school here in the UK, as I know I got fined last time an awful lot of money for doing so. So yeah, we probably won't take the children, it'll just be us, but we'll take the children again in the future. It's not as if we're not going to go back to Japan, is it? So, but that'll be separate, I think. So fly to Osaka from Manchester Airport, where we are up here in the top left. Thanks, Mario. And then a few days there, take some nice photos. We've been to Osaka, Nara, Kyoto, etc. before, but we'll find some new places, some places we haven't been before. Hopefully, some less travelled places. I'd quite like to go to Nijo Castle, I think it's called. But we'll figure that out. And then we're going to go to, this is what I was just saying before, we'll probably take the bullet train to Fukuoka then. And the idea is to spend a week, 10 days, I think, traveling around Kyushu Island. So Fukuoka, Nagasaki, and then just carry on down there as much as possible towards Miyazaki. Is it Miyazaki? All around, and then Beppu, etc. as well. And really just try and nail that island down effectively. Have a really good time. And yeah, that should be an awful lot of fun, I think. Somewhere we haven't been before in Japan. I'm quite interested in Fukuoka because I work in the tech industry myself. So that's like the tech hub, like the modern tech hub of Japan, I believe. So I'd like to see what Fukuoka's like. Nagasaki, just of course, just for all the history, etc. And that part of Japan looks incredibly amazing as well. I believe in Japan's history, when the Dutch traded with Japan and Japan was locked down, the only place they could do it was a port on Kyushu Island. So that would be a really interesting place to visit as well, because I'm quite interested in Japanese history as well, and Japanese woodblock prints, etc. So yeah, that's the general plan for the honeymoon. I don't think it could be a Japan trip for us and not go back to Tokyo. So if we do the loop back round to Fukuoka, I think we would fly from Fukuoka back to Tokyo for a couple of days and then head home. So yeah, it sounds like fun. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of stuff to do and sort out first before then. But yeah. Oh, hold on. Yabashi just saying something there. Did you know there is a little Netherlands in Nagasaki? I know there is a little Netherlands somewhere in Kyushu. I didn't know it was specifically Nagasaki, but there's also a place where they have the windmills, etc. as well. So I think that's in and around that area also. I can't remember the name of the park. Something Den Bosch or something Den Bowen, but I can't remember. But yeah, that would be a nice place. So Lito is an amazing guide, as we know, so that'll be great. And we've met Lito quite a few times now, and he's a really nice guy. So I'm super looking forward to him doing some photos of us, which will be fantastic. So not a bad plan, not a bad wedding plan. It just unfortunately means we're probably not going to go to Japan this year. So we'll see how that goes, which has been quite difficult because Facebook-wise, Facebook is obviously where I primarily share my content. 200,000 plus followers on Facebook, but the views haven't been great, if I'm brutally honest. And then I think the money side of it isn't great either. I mean, I don't share the content to get money. That's not the idea, but it obviously helps to, all these things cost. Nothing's free, etc. So it does help. And on that note, Meerkat, it's not much, but it's honest work. Meerkat sent a donation through as well. So Meerkat, thank you very much for that. Also for that PayPal donation. I really do appreciate it. Obviously, you sent it in your local currency, but it's come through as just £3.38 at my end, if that makes sense. So thank you very much. That's very nice of you, and I do appreciate it. So thank you very much, Meerkat. Sorry, I'm trying to not say Meerkat. It's Meerkat, isn't it? Or just Yabashi, if that's okay. Yabashi. But yeah, I really appreciate it. Oh, hold on. Nathan's popped into the chat. Hello. I can't watch, but just saying hello. Busy work week. Good luck, Alan. Oh, there we go. Thanks very much. Hey, Ninja Monkey. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fun work week. And hope you're doing a kampai just for you. So cheers, everybody. Cheers for Ninja Monkey. Oh, Kyoichiban's so nice. And I think, if anything, Nathan, I'm making your streams look really, really good. So that's my part of this thing. Meerkat sounds great. Don't worry. Okay, I'll try with Meerkat as well. Jim, thanks very much for saying that. Your content is definitely worth watching. Thank you very much. I do try, content-wise, to provide my view on Japan, which is why a lot of it is kind of, from my eye level type thing, and this is just day-to-day stuff. But yeah, it's hard because it doesn't always find traction. That's the balance. No, Nathan's just messaged. Can't play the video here though, and can't stick around, unfortunately. Looking after 57 11-year-olds. Oh my God. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. Rather you than me, Nathan. Rather you than me. Although I think I'd rather have your holidays than my holidays. But yeah, so just back to the Facebook content stuff. It hasn't been as good as it has been in the past, I'm afraid. I think Facebook have changed their algorithm, kind of how it pays. So it pays quite down, but you know, it kind of is what it is. It's as I said, I don't really share my content and stuff to make money, because if I did, I would have stopped a long time ago. But the money that I do earn does help with, you know, bits and bobs and a bit of fun. In fact, speaking of bits and bobs and a bit of fun, I recently ordered something from Japan, and it's arrived. So I don't know if you guys want to see something I've bought from Japan. It's quite weeby and it's quite nerdy, of course. But I mean, would you be interested in a really quick show and tell from me? You guys let me know in the chat, please. Oh, while we're doing that, let's just have a quick look through the chat itself. I see your posts often on Facebook. Believe in yourself. That's great. Thanks very much for following. I really appreciate it. Hopefully too many aren't repeated. Believe in yourself. I'll try not to, but I am running a little bit low on content. Nathan, there's 8 teachers there. Nice. I'm glad it's not just you, Nathan. Lord McGray, have you seen all the negative news about the misuse of meta glasses by men in bars recently? I haven't seen that, sorry, no, but I can presumably understand what it is. Men being quite leery with a camera attached to the head. I mean, mine have a light on the corner of them, so if I'm recording, it should be obvious, but in all fairness, that is quite a dull white light that flashes in the corner where it's recording. I thought it would have always been better if that was a red light, like an actual recording light, if that makes sense. But I believe the idea is so it illuminates a little bit as well. So yeah, I could understand them being used in maybe a creepy way. So that isn't great. But you know, it's difficult, isn't it? I suppose people are creepy with phones and all sorts of small cameras. This is a cool camera I have. Hold on, if I can remember how to get it out. So this is an Osmo something or other. What is it? I forget what it is now. Oh, it's an Insta360 camera, which is actually a really good camera for just plonking down on something. It's great for like shots if you just want to walk away from something. So just plonk it on the side of a street or something and just leave it there while you walk past. Great for transitional shots. The actual camera part that detaches, which is this little thing here. Hopefully that's kind of showing up for you guys. That little camera, again, is probably one that you have to be more careful around because it's easily losable, but people could hide these as well, I suppose. But yeah, it's a good little camera in all fairness. Different cameras for different things, but yeah, it's a little bit strange. Any recommendations for active noise cancelling headphones, Cliff Dog? I bought a really nice set for my wife recently that weren't too expensive. They were by Soundcore, I think, which are Anker. So have a look into Anker ones. They've always been very good. And the Soundcore headphones I have are also very good. I wonder how they will add this. Yabashi says, I wonder how they will add the shutter sound to smart glasses in Japan. Maybe they should do that everywhere somehow. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea, in all fairness. Make people aware when things are being taken. Although I suppose if it's a video, someone could press the button and then leave it running for half an hour or something. Who knows? So there'd probably always be ways and stuff around it. So yeah. But anyway, back to the unboxing then. So you guys said yes. The overwhelming thing was yes. This is the bag I got it in. Don't know if you guys can see the bag or not. You probably can't. But I mean, if you can see the bag, you will probably know what it is, because it says there, McDonaldo Evangelion. So if you do know what that is, or if you know my horrendous Japanese, good evening, Dr. Nagi. Hello. Yeah, so you may know something. So basically, what happened? Oh, I've just noticed there's a tear in the box. That's not good news. Never mind. So, growing up, obviously I watched anime back when it was difficult to watch because I'm much older than probably most of you guys. Then not everyone, but most people. So it was difficult to watch anime growing up. So in the 90s, you had to like know someone who had a tape player type thing. And one of my favorite animes I used to watch with my friend who somehow seemingly used to be able to get all these videos from Japan. My favorite anime growing up was Neon Genesis Evangelion. And I've always been a big fan of Neon Genesis Evangelion. The story is amazing. Just the beauty of the anime is absolutely it's just amazing for me. Eva, very good. Coexist. So what I recently heard was McDonald's in Japan. Obviously, this always happens when I'm not there. I don't know about you guys. There's always a cool pop-up store. There's always a cool short-term restaurant. There's always a cool something or other happening in Japan that I always want to go to when I'm not there. In fact, there's a great, I think it's happening now in Tokyo. Although, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure. But there's like another pop-up store for something else. What is it now? Ghost in the Shell is. There's a Ghost in the Shell pop-up in Tokyo at the moment, which looks really, really cool. But again, I'm not there. But the thing I have got is, you ready? Drum roll, please. These, which are just look like McDonald's stuff, of course. That's what they look like. And what this is the full box. These are limited edition, very limited edition, I believe. Happy Meal toys, but each one of these turns into some form of Eva from Evangelion. So I don't know if you can see on the back there. So the fries turn into like number 2, number 3, etc. And even the drink turns into one as well there. So it's really, really cool. At least I think it's cool. I mean, it's probably not for everyone. It's for the 30th anniversary of Evangelion, if you can see there as well. And I suppose they were quite inexpensive in Japan, but when you get them sent all the way to the UK, they're not. So I really, really like this. The issue is I want to open it now, and I've been a little bit chastised by my children for not opening it. So maybe I should. But yeah, it's isn't it cool? I mean, I just think it's super cool anyway. And most people don't know this, but whilst I was in college here at the UK, which is after secondary school but before university, when I was in college, I worked at McDonald's. So Happy Meal toys and stuff have a special place in my heart. Although when I was doing it, it was like Beanie Babies. But yeah, not super cool things like this. I wish. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I really, really like that, and hopefully you guys do as well. Is this Mickey D's Cliff? That's very, very true. We tend to call them Mackies here in the UK, but yeah, I see what you mean. Just a quick catch up in chat. Coexist is a giant Eva in Kyoto still? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't think I've seen that, so I'm not sure where that is either. Never really got into Neon Genesis. Ooh. Ghost in the Shell, though. Oh, in fact, if we're talking about Ghost in the Shell, let me just grab something really quick because I have a Ghost in the Shell thing as well that I got. Just hold on. Won't you be a second, guys? Ghost in the Shell. A ghost in the shell. I know I got a microphone on. Here we go. Managed to find it. I've got it, Michaela. Thanks very much. So, sorry about that. I hope you like my incredibly amazing singing, of course. So, small backstory. Ghost in the Shell, or GITS, that's what we're calling it. Absolutely love Ghost in the Shell as well. 100%. My favorite scene in the original Ghost in the Shell is when Kusanagi is on top of the spider tank and she basically is tearing it apart and rips her own arms off at the same time. absolutely iconic scene, as we all probably know. Fantastic part of the anime. Now, when I travel to Japan, because I'm in the UK, I can't fly over Russia at the moment in time, so it's a little bit difficult, and the flights are quite long. So what I've started to do is fly with Chinese airlines instead. And why would you do that, Alan? And that's because Chinese airlines can fly over Russia, which is fantastic. So many kids, very good. So because I fly with Chinese airlines, I normally end up in China for a brief period of time, and I've been working my flights in a certain way that when I fly back from Japan, I have a little bit more time, more than just a layover in China. So I've been to Shanghai a few times, been to Beijing, etc., and I'd like to go to other places as well. But my last trip, which is only last year, only a few months ago now, it was November last year, I flew back via Shanghai, and down Longyang Road, there was a really cool anime shop in there. And it just so happened, inside of that anime shop was this. In fact, you can still see the yen. Sorry, the yuan. Oh, if only it focused there. Hold on. There you go. Still see the yuan, RMB. So I treated myself whilst I was there, and I thought you might like to see this as well, especially if you are a Ghost in the Shell fan, like I am. So let me just show you this. So if you remember, I was just saying about my authenticity stuff as well. I was talking about my most favourite part in Ghost in the Shell, which is when Major Kusanagi rips her arms off, effectively. And what this is one of it's a copy, of course, but it's a copy of one of the original stills. If I just do this and try and focus for you guys. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little bit hard to see, I think. But yeah, basically you have the Major's head up here, if that makes sense. Major's head just here. And these are her arms, etc., being ripped off there. And she's on top of a spider tank. That makes sense. So absolutely amazing bit of artwork for me. Super cool. Yes, it was quite expensive. But so traveling to Japan and stuff. And it's something that I'll treasure for a very long time. It's in a very nice frame, etc., as well. Beautiful frame. But I absolutely adore this print. It's got all the original writing on and stuff from the person who drew that, So it's like one of the original drawings, etc. Stamped for authenticity as well. So yeah, it's proper cool. I absolutely adore this. And Lord McGray just said the same thing. It's freaking cool, man. But thanks. I absolutely love that. And it's fun, isn't it? I think it's difficult sometimes being away from Japan for so long. I don't know what you guys think about. I find it hard being away from Japan. So being able to buy the odd small trinket or something else, or finding something related on your travels, helps bring Japan a little bit closer to home. I think so. Helps bring it closer to me. I know I've got a bit of a weeb corner here and stuff, and the video game things are down here. I mean, my FamiMart thing is cool as well. This is the official FamiMart Mega Bloks building thing. You can only buy this in certain countries that weren't Japan. But yeah, this is the official FamiMart one. I know it's back to front. Sorry about that. Oh, is it back to front on the camera? It might not be. But this is the official Bloks one, so you can build your own FamiMart effectively. Oh, there you go. It's the right way around. That's fantastic. And I will build that at one point. But it's so cool. You've got little combini, you've got little registers, and you've got beverage chillers and things, menu boards and stuff. Absolutely, it's so cool. And it's the official one, so it's really, really, really cool. You can't buy them anywhere. So a few little bits and bobs like that help to bring Japan a little bit closer to home, I think. And it's it makes the pain of being away a little bit nicer. Oh, I've just seen another donation come through, so excuse me. Mario, I don't know if you've sent something again, but it does say your name there. Oh no, sorry, it was Jim. Jim Ross has also sent some money, so thanks very much, Jim. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure I'm not taking Nathan's money. I don't want to steal his cash, but I do appreciate you sending some funds through. So that's fantastic. Thanks very much, Jim. Jim's written, congrats to you and Michaela. This should give you each a celebratory beverage. It certainly will, Jim. So thank you very much. That's very nice. That's very kind of you. And we're hoping we can get a celebratory beverage at some time soon. So yeah, it's things are going well, I think. Personal update wise, marriage is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to finally getting married and sorting that out. It's a shame that we can't get to Japan, but I mean, it kind of is what it is. It's a little bit difficult being a content creator, not being able to go to Japan, but I do have a lot of stuff in the back catalogue, although I have probably used most of my really good stuff. So sorry if you do see some duplicates. I'm trying to sort out a way to get new stuff in there. The few Japan trinkets and stuff that I have are really helping the Missing Japan. And as I look around this room, I've got things from Crane Games that I still haven't sorted and built. I have, oh, you can't see it up high, sorry, can you? But just above here, there is a Crayon Shin-chan and a Don Quixote little mascot and all sorts of things. Hold on. Don't die, Don Quixote, man. There you go. The Don Quixote mascot. Is this song now in your head? Sorry about that, everybody. Camera's a bit out of focus, no problem. I'll have to autofocus on, so sorry about that. Should hopefully focus back now. I mean, you don't want to see my mug anyway, do you? Let's be honest. But yeah, sorry, Michaela's just mentioned something. The Yamanote. Thanks, Mario. There's some same pieces there. Thank you very much. 7-Eleven storage box from Bai. I don't know what that 7-Eleven storage box is, so please send that to me. That sounds really cool. I have the JR train storage boxes, which is this blue thing down here. That sounds really cool. James, if I built that, I'd be upset that I can't get into by whatever. Yeah, that's a good point, Jim. Does building these things actually make you miss Japan a little bit more? Probably, but I think it helps to cease the Japan blues just a little bit for me. Michaela has written, the Yamanote train money box is the best for me. Absolute treasured possession there. So Michaela was talking about this. I don't know if you can see this very well. This is my... Put that there for now. This is my Yamanote line train box. Hopefully you can see that there. And obviously you put money in the top and it does the actual Yamanote line sounds. And then you can get your cash out of the back if you wish. There you go, some Japanese money inside. Shall we see if it works? Turn it on. Give this one a little quick try. Hopefully you'll pick up the audio. And it does, I mean, isn't that great? It really is. Hopefully you saw the lights come on as well. But it also does different stations as well. So it's not just that one station. Yeah, I mean, I love the Yamanote jingles. I don't know about you guys. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? The Yamanote stuff. James has said, if I built that, I'd be upset that I can't. Yeah, we've already read that. Sorry. Camera's a bit of focus. Hopefully the camera's okay now. And Lord McGray has just sent through the 7-Eleven box. I'll have a look at that once I've finished the stream. Thanks, Lord McGray. By the way, do you also have a Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance in the background? Yeah, so the yellow is a Game Boy Color. This is one that I bought on my very first trip to Japan, believe it or not. It's even got Japanese Pokemon. Oh, come along, camera. I don't know if you can see it there or not. But yeah, original Japanese Pokemon inside. There you go. So proper Pocket Monster. Monsuta. So yeah, I bought this the very first time I went to Japan. I've had it quite a while now, obviously. It's fantastic. The Game Boy Advance is a project of mine that I had a long time ago. This isn't actually a Game Boy Advance. It's like a custom PCB inside that I printed so I could play other games. And that's one of those like cheap, the actual Game Boy Mini thing is one of those Chinese Anbernic ones with extra buttons and stuff. So you can play more things. All those are basically to help with playing boredom, you know. So yeah, Pocket Monster. Baru. Yeah. Away. So yeah, the flights from the UK are quite long. I don't know what they're like for where you guys are from, but they're probably similar. So I need something to help with the boredom of the long flights. I don't sleep very well, especially in economy. And we only fly economy because of how often we go. We wouldn't be able to afford it any other way. But I don't really like. I do try and watch a film or so, but I get a bit bored. So I tend to just play handheld video games. That's what I do. Can't beat it really. Really good way of losing yourself for a couple of hours. You know, it's really good. Craig Madison has just said flights with Emirates this time were empty. Thanks for that, Craig. That's quite interesting that you've said that. I presume that's because it's the Middle East and because of the crisis. I have seen some very good deals on Etihad flights, which is obviously still UAE, isn't it, Etihad? But I believe it's Abu Dhabi and not Dubai. But yeah, that might be interesting. So we could fly economy and have a lot of space. So yeah, that might not be a bad shout for us. I mean, it's not as direct flying via the Middle East. It'll probably be like 7 hours and a 3-hour wait, and then 10 hours. So 20 in total. Whereas via China, it's like 10, 11 hours, a 3-hour wait, and then 2 or 3. So it's probably another 3 hours different between the two. And the China one's normally cheaper because it's more direct, but we'll have to see. Coexist. I've actually got another Game Boy, by the way, that's in the front. That's not in this particular room, which beats all those together. But you can't beat the original Game Boy Color. Let's be honest. So yeah, Emirates might not be a bad shout, Craig. I'll think about that in the future, actually. You've actually said, have you ever played Pokemon Gen 2? No, I'm a Gen 1 kind of guy, I'm afraid. When I was growing up, Pokemon came out. You know, it arrived in the UK shows, and I was always Gen 1. Indigo League, all that type of stuff. The poster I had on my wall, I had 151 Pokemon and none else. So after that 151, I am completely lost. I don't know all these different and strange Pokemon to me. I mean, I've got a Lapras in my room over here, a Pikachu, wearing a Charizard hat, and many other. I have Snorlaxes up here and stuff as well. Snorlax is obviously my favourite Pokemon. One fun thing to do is, if you know your Pokemon that is your favourite, try and learn the Japanese version of it because it's quite interesting. So, Snorlax is Kabigon. Here you go. There's like a Poliwhirl and the Kirby separately as well. But yeah, Pokemon's Gen 1 for me. After that, I'm dead in the water, I'm afraid. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. Craig said those flights are less than 10% full. Wow, Craig. God, I mean, I think the best way to fly, cost, including cost benefit as well, is economy, but in an empty row. So you can still lie down. It's nowhere near as comfortable as business class. The service isn't as good, we know this. But you know what? Economy with a bit of space, it isn't much worse. Me and Michaela call it economy business. That's what we call it. It's nothing like business, but economy that you could lie down in. We managed to fly back from Osaka, I think it was once. Michaela will correct me if I'm wrong, on KLM, and there were 3 seats where we were like up against the window, and we'd sat into, and we were just hoping no one would sit in the other one, and we were really lucky. Nobody sat in the 3rd seat, so we managed to like stretch out over the course of a flight and kind of like just sleep together, one arm around the other person. So we did pretty well with that. So I think economy business is a good shout if you can get away with it. But yeah, some of those flights can be really long. I think Osaka back to Paris was 14.5 hours. And then I had to wait and then do another 1.5 hours back to Manchester in the UK, where I'm from. But yeah, avoiding flights in that region may mean there are some bargains or emptier seats. So probably not a bad shout. Till you guys are just talking about LAX. Flights direct from LAX Cali is 12 hours. How about you? Yeah, I'm a little bit more than that. Coexist, I'm afraid. I would really like to try that low cost JAL airline, but they don't fly from the UK. I think it's called Zip Air, which is very like basic, but it's JAL, so it's not so bad. I would quite like that, but I haven't had the opportunity to do so, and I believe it's quite inexpensive. Craig said he had the whole cabin to himself. Oh my God, Craig, that's amazing. Craig, where were you going? Have you just been back to Japan, or were you just visiting the Emirates type thing? I didn't know you'd been. Sorry if that's the case. So I hope you had a good time wherever you went. Yabashi said he's also more familiar with the general Pokemon, but really like the Gen 2 games are basically with normal content. Yeah. So I mean, when I played the original Pokemon games, they weren't even in full color. So content-wise, was the content had to be really good because they weren't visually appealing. But yeah, I mean, I think I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a bit of like legacy, how I feel about it, a bit of nostalgia. But I think everyone has a game that they just really liked at the time when they locked in on that game and didn't want to change. I even bought Pokemon Blue because Squirtle was my starter, of course. Yes, Squirtle or Total Blastoise. That's the only way forward, guys. Jim said he drives 4.5 hours to get to a 10.5 direct flight from Calgary. Alberta return is only 9.5 hours. Oh my God, Jim. I mean, that's your fault for living in such a big country, I'm afraid. So, yeah, I live on a tiny island, don't I, in comparison to you, Jim? If I drove 4.5 hours, I would be in France. That's what I would be doing. In fact, I actually drove down to the National Stadium in the UK the other day, which is in London. It's called Wembley Stadium, the home of football. And that was only 3 hours from where I am. And I live in the north of England. So, yeah, Craig said Craig has just said he was in Japan for a month. Thought the flights home would be busier. Sorry, I can't read it. Would be busier, but equally as quiet as the flights out. Ah, okay, Craig. Oh. And hopefully they weren't too expensive for you either, Craig. I think I'm not sure if you travel from. Why do I think you travel from Newcastle, Craig? Maybe I'm completely making that up, and apologies if I do. But I believe you're in the northeast. So where did you fly from in the UK? Because that could be interesting to know as well. Corey just said Zip Air is the sole plane of Japan for great deals. Yeah. He said, yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to say, Corey, in all fairness. Zip Air does feel like that. But if it's just, I mean, there's a balancing act, isn't there, between do I want an inexpensive flight? Do I want an expensive flight? And because me and Michaela travel so much, we can't do the expensive flights at all. So it would make no economical sense. So we try and go for the cheaper flights as long as the connections aren't so bad. We've been fortunate with the China ones, as I mentioned before, because we quite like a decent connection in China to give us some chance to explore. So we've been to like Beijing and seen Tiananmen Square and stuff. We just got there just as they closed like the Forbidden City, which is a bit frustrating, but we'll go back at some point. Yeah, so it's been quite fun. It's been quite good. I don't mind stopping over as long as it's somewhere interesting. I thought about going via Hong Kong because Cathay Pacific seem to fly out of Manchester quite a lot. But yeah, anyway. Sorry, guys, I'm waffling a little bit there. Oh, Fushimi now is still doing well. So, Craig, you are from Newcastle. I knew you were a Geordie. I had it down somewhere in the back of my mind. I don't know where from. But them in March, 9:50 return. Wow. And went there for a month. So fantastic, Craig. Really good. And hopefully it was a big airplane as well. Emirates, did they fly A380s out of Newcastle? It's quite interesting if they do. Hibasi says Gen 1 graphics Pokemon are very nostalgic, but true, they were really long games, so it makes sense to have one favourite. Unlike now, you can't choose what to play because there's thousands of games. That is a real problem that I have with like modern media, Yabashi, Meerkat. There's so much choice now in modern media that it's hard to choose something to start because there's always potentially something else on the next channel, next click. I think it's too much. So really, it's better if there was probably less choice. When I was growing up, we had 4 channels. So that's all you could choose from. So if something was on, you were watching it no matter when it was. I think on demand has kind of ruined that a little bit. Jim Ross said, I checked out Zipper from Vancouver, but at the time I wanted to go, price was higher than flights to Calgary. Yeah, I also had to get 2.5 hour flight to get to Vancouver. Oh, gosh. Jamie live in such a big place. I mean, it's frustrating for me that there still aren't any direct flights from where I am in the UK, because the London flights that go over because of Russian Air, they kind of go over the Arctic to get to, they come from Tokyo, up and over the Arctic, and like down through that Greenland, and then across like down the spine of the UK and into London. That like flies over my house. It's like, guys, could you not just stop in Manchester instead? That would be really nice. There is like 3 million people that live here now or something, 2 or 3 million people. Could we not have a flight, please? But apparently not. So I always have to connect somewhere. So then it means the flights are generally a little bit more expensive. But I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? I've flown with so many different airlines and so many different routes now. Who knows which way to go? Oh, cool. This was in London, Suffolk, and I'll realise some before we get to a lovely place. Ah, nice, coexist. Well, you're nowhere near me, I'm afraid. But I'm glad you came over to my side of the world. Craig says, A350 from Newcastle, beautiful plane. Hopefully an A350 900 or 1000. Not that I know much about planes, but the A350 were fantastic. Yeah, I completely agree. The A350 is a fantastic plane. They make them out of like a carbon composite, those planes. So they're incredibly strong. So they need less pressure inside the plane, inside the fuselage when you're flying. That's why they seem so open as well inside. There's a lot of headroom. And I believe because they need less pressure, that helps with jet lag when you get to your destination as well, because you've not been, that pressure forced upon you. So that's a top tip. Try and get an A350 if you can. I'm not sure about the 380s, but that's definitely the case with the 350. Constant charge paralysis is definitely a thing, Yabashi, 100%. I've never had a layover in Taiwan. It wouldn't make sense for me where I fly from, because I would end up, because I fly over China to get to Taiwan. So I've not really tried that. I have seen some that are South Korea wise, which may be interesting. But I'm just happy to get to Japan. That's what I want to do. I know these places are nice as well, but in case you haven't noticed, I've kind of set myself in stone in Japan. So Japan's my destination, in all fairness. Oh, apologies that I received another donation and I didn't see it. Apologies about that. So I believe that's Cliff Dog. Clifford, thanks very much. Cliff says, thanks you for subbing. It's been a very good stream. Thanks very much, Cliff. Appreciate your donation of £20. Wow, thank you very much. I'll start doing this more regularly, guys. But no, I really appreciate that as well. That helps to keep the lights on, helps me keep in Japanese beer. But no, it is appreciated. It genuinely is. And that cost, that cash will obviously go back towards the upkeep of Japan Ichiban, which is obviously what I care dearly about. Just so you know, I've been doing Japan Ichiban on Facebook since 2019, believe it or not. So I'm approaching my 7th year of Facebook content creation. How that initially went was I was just trying to share my own stuff. I very quickly ran out of my own stuff because I'd only been to Japan twice by that point. No, 3 times. Yeah, I think so. So was it 2019? Sorry, I think it was 2019. If I didn't say that, apologies. Since 2019, I've been doing it. So yeah, I've been doing that for almost 7 years now, and it started me sharing my own content and just blasting Facebook with a million different posts, and it got too much quite quick. And then I ran out of content, so I started sharing other people's content, always with a link or a credit to the original content creator, by the way, which I think is probably just about okay. But yeah, and I did that for years, and then in the last 3 years now, I've been sharing exclusively just my own content and nothing else. It's a little bit flattering when people steal your content and don't credit. It's quite frustrating, actually. But I now put like a tag in all my pictures so that you can't really share the picture without having my @ symbol in there, which kind of helps a little bit with people, helps to detract from people stealing your content. I mean, I really don't mind if people want to use my content, as long as they just give me a credit. That's all I ever ask, because it helps us both then. People stealing content isn't great, so it's not something I ever did, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been a long ride on Facebook. and I wish I could devote more of my time to it, in all fairness, but you know, I can't. I have a full-time job as well, so yeah. So yeah, it's really cool. Oh, hold on, just check the chat here. Jim said, airlines, we try to make our life easier, but only if it makes our life easier and you'll pay more. 100%, Jim. It's the standard. Offer a solution, create a problem in the solution, and then sell the problem, sell the answer to the problem. It's like the Apple route, isn't it, in all fairness? Actually, just while we're talking about Apple, an interesting, I don't know if you've seen Nathan's latest video, and I would encourage you to watch it if you haven't done yet. But there's an interesting statement that me and him actually spoke about before he shared his video, but there is some support coming for Android users in terms of mobile speaker. So mobile speaker doesn't work for Android users outside of Japan. And I believe Samsung only devices, so that isn't all of Android, of course, but Samsung only devices like my Galaxy that I'm looking at now will get some type of backwards compatibility support. Because I know my Samsung devices, you know, they do have the hardware that's needed, but it isn't just turned on effectively. So I believe Samsung devices built after 2021 will start to see support soon, as long as they are compatible. So it's a great time for us Android nerds. But in all fairness, I do like my little Suica card, and I'll probably just still keep using it. It takes a moment to top up, and it's fine. So, plus, I have my my Koi King as well. Hold on. So most of you who've come across me in Japan, oh, there you go. I've got a pad on one side. This is my Koi King, which is I keep it on like a stretchy thing, you know, and that's just so I can just basically have that attached to my bag, and then I just stretch back beat and then let it go type thing. Super handy, really good having an IC card holder or some kind, and it's also a change holder as well. So there's some Japanese yen inside, guys. There we go. Ooh, there we go. 100 yen arenas. Oh, if only it would focus there. If only this would actually focus. There you go. There you go. So yeah, always a good idea to have a little coin wallet, coin purse if you're a lady type thing. Super handy, super useful. Always a great thing to have in Japan. So yeah, I'll probably still carry on doing this Suica stuff, but we shall see how that goes in the future. It's quite interesting. Jim says your Japanese beer budget is massive. It needs to be, Jim, in all fairness. It's a full-time job. But no, I do quite like Kirin. Kirin's quite nice, and you know, after a long week, having one or two isn't too bad. I don't really begrudge that of anyone. And the Japanese whiskey budget is where all the money is really spent. But yeah, there you go. Oh, Mario says, sorry, Lord McGray says that A350 is a horrible plane to repair. A friend of mine is an aircraft technician. The material is great, but not as easy to work with as metal, as the composite cannot be welded. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Of course. I suppose the key is making something that's really comfortable for the passengers, and the technicians just have to deal with it, I'm afraid. As they say, all roads always lead to Rome, brackets Japan. You couldn't be any more truthful there, Yoashi, in all fairness. You can kind of relate anything back to Japan. 2019, the year before Corona, were you okay? Yeah, I was fine. I mean, I went to Japan way before that anyway, but yeah, it's good. Went to Okinawa this time. That was fun. Ah, Craig, you've been to Okinawa. Did you go there? You didn't go there for, who's this guy? You didn't go there for 1 month, did you? Let me just put the next one on. Sorry, guys. Oh, look, it's Kyoto again. Oh, this is a lovely part of Kyoto, this, near Heian Shrine, if you know it. Beautiful little quiet river there. Great place to go. Yeah, I have not been to Okinawa yet, Craig, but it's something to do in the future again. I'm not sure. I mean, you know what it's like in the UK, Craig. It's always cold, so I'm not sure I would survive in Okinawa unless I went maybe in like spring or maybe late autumn. But yeah, I think Okinawa is certainly on the list at some point. I would like to start visiting more islands in Japan. So yeah, why not? It looks like fun. I think Naha looks like fun. So I'll see how it goes. Yabashi says the famous Magikarp from the pictures. That's the one. That's the Magikarp from the pictures. Did you see my Shinkansen luggage picture for, for that Magikarp? That was a bit of fun. Oh, okay. I use my Jim Ross says I'm used to my 2 Suica cards and I have a backup Pasmo. I hate using my phone. Yeah, I'm the same, Jim. In all fairness, the card works. Suica Pasmo, it always works. It also helps to show someone the card when you're like trying to talk to someone. There's a bit of a language barrier. You can just go, "I see card." Over this. No, oh yeah, I see card. Yeah, it's like if I was waving a phone around, how would that work? So yeah, I'm happy with my Suica and Pasmo. I still have my original Suica from like the early 2010s. That's still going strong. But I had the Pasmo as a backup as well. It's so old. I actually have my name printed on that Suica from years and years and years ago. It's been a bit of fun. I use and Lord McGrath says he used his digital IC card on his phone last year exclusively. Wow. I have a physical Suica with my name on it though as a backup. That's probably not a bad combo then. You know, here's the digital one, but just in case, here's the original version. Good fun. I've never actually had my IC card refused. Maybe I haven't traveled to the most exotic of places in Japan, but I've generally used Suica and Pasmo everywhere. It's kind of always worked. So it's always been fun. I'm yet to add my Shinkansen account thing to it so I can just tap through the gate. I don't really like doing that. And plus, I like picking up my Shinkansen tickets. It's a bit of an experience as well. So yeah, always fun. Yabashi, that's what I remember it from, the Shinkansen pictures. So yeah, yeah, that was just a bit of an oversized luggage joke at the end, though, wasn't it? But yeah, thanks, guys. The stream's going really well. I didn't think it would go so well. So you guys are so easy to talk to. Thanks very much. I think we all have the Japan blues, don't we, when we're not there? It's quite easy to forget how special it is for a lot of people. I have a lot of fantastic memories in Japan. Most of you probably do know, but just in case, those ones that don't know why I'm so obsessed with Japan, I come from like a long line of engineers. Granddad was a royal engineer. My father's like an engineering fellow, whatever. And I'm a data engineer. How strange. But when I was a young boy, like in primary school in the UK, so like 7 years old or something, my father went to Japan on like an engineering excellence course, and he basically just came back with story. Went there for over a week, and he came back with these stories of this foreign land where people are really nice, everything's incredibly clean, food is out of this world, it's like technologically advanced, you wouldn't believe it. Engineering practices are incredibly interesting. It's a very beautiful place as well. I was like, oh my god, I was sold on it from such a young child. And then things like video games, otaku culture and stuff, manga and things, fan those films for years. And then I managed to go in my 20s. I actually had my 30th birthday there as well in Japan. And since then, I've always been like just smitten with Japan. And then it just became a bigger thing. So yeah, I feel a little bit romantic almost about Japan. Nostalgic really more than anything else, but I've been interested in Japan for a very long time. So yeah, that's my Japan story. I'm sure we've all got our own why we're interested in Japan, but that's what it's like for me. So yeah. Grace says it's tough to leave, especially when your partner lives there. Oh yeah, well I couldn't imagine what that's like. Grace, that sounds incredibly difficult to leave. Not only Japan, but also your partner as well. That sounds like a nightmare. In all fairness, you have to get out there, Grace. See if you can end up living over there or something. That sounds like the right step for you at least. And Yoashi says, thanks for wanting to do the stream. It's great talking to you too. We can soothe each other's Japan homesickness. Yeah, Japan is your second wife. Well, I don't have a primary wife yet, but I will do soon. So yeah. Yeah, we're getting married in March next year, so I'm really looking forward to that. Our wedding's like Japan themed, by the way. So we have like cherry blossom invitations and all sorts of things that happen. A cherry blossom cake, all sorts of bits and bobs. So I'm going to try and buy a nice pink cherry blossom tie, I think. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it should be quite fun. But yeah, I'll just quickly talk about my last trip, and then we'll kind of wind the stream down. I know Nathan generally does an hour-ish. So last trip was October and November last year. We were originally going to spend some time in Tokyo, and then we decided just to travel all across Japan like a bunch of wallies. So we had a really good time though. So spent some time in Tokyo. Met Nathan when he turned up. We had some good times with Nathan as well. We went to Osaka for a day just to do some clothes shopping because we bought a Japan Rail Pass. We went to Fukui Prefecture and Katsuyama in Fukui, which is absolutely amazing place to go. I would 100% recommend going to Fukui Prefecture. You can take the Hokuriku Shinkansen direct from Tokyo Station or Ueno, and it will take you direct to Fukui Station. Katsuyama is another like 20 train stop ride from there, probably an hour, I think it was, 50 minutes. But Katsuyama's beautiful. It's just absolutely in the middle of nowhere, Japan. Me and my wife saw one other person, I think, while we were there, who was like a Westerner type thing, maybe two in the entire time. It's just absolutely beautiful. They have, I think, some like rich businessman in the 90s built like a replica of Todaiji in Nara, but they built it in Katsuyama. There's a huge bronze Buddha in the middle and everything else. It's absolutely fantastic place to go. Yeah, beautiful place to go. Beautiful ramen in Katsuyama and Fukui as well. Super accessible. Yeah, we had a great time. We did a bit of a content creator meetup, which was fantastic. So I got to meet, obviously we met Nathan, we met back in the Clay, we met Claire again. Claire's such a nice guy, so knowledgeable about all things Japan. Claire's been going for so long, it's been absolutely fantastic. We met Luke, so Nomadic Gaijin again. Luke's a really nice guy. We met Daniel from Daniel and Yuka as well. Also a great guy. What a fantastic bunch. We couldn't meet a nicer bunch of people. In all fairness, we had a great time in Yurakucho. If you know Yurakucho in Tokyo, great place for a drink or a night out. In fact, we bumped into Coexist that night as well. So Coexist, if you're still there, we bumped into you and your friend as well on that night. It was a great time. Yeah, just so much fun meeting other content creators in Japan because you all share the same wars, don't you? You all share the same interests and can help each other out. What a fantastic, supportive community that we've got. So that was really nice. Fukui was fantastic. Osaka was really good. We went somewhere else as well. Which place? The name escapes me now for some reason. We didn't go to Kyoto or Nara. Yeah, but I mean, we went all over, and it was a fantastic time. So, you know, I think any time in Japan is always fun, isn't it? But we had a particularly good trip, I think. A lot of early nights, a lot of getting out there and doing stuff. But I tell you where we went to. It was Matsumoto we went to. So yeah, I didn't know. And we went to Nagano as well. Sorry. Yeah, so we spent some time in Nagano, which is again same Hokuriku Shinkansen. So that was the second time we took the Hokuriku Shinkansen. And had a fantastic time in Nagano. What a beautiful city Nagano is. Alpine city, just not too an hour and a half from Tokyo. Ancient temples, clean streets, great food. Beautiful Nagano. 110%. Hey, Coexist, I can see you there. So Nagano was great. Then we came back to Tokyo that night. I mean, we go out really early in the day and then come back really late at night. And like we spent an entire day in Nagano. It's fantastic. And then the next day we decided to go to. We said we'll just forget. Let's just roll the dice, and we said we'll go to Matsumoto. So there is a direct train from Shinjuku to Matsumoto. Of course, that was already fully booked. So we again took the Shinkansen to Nagano, and then we got on another train, which name escapes me now, but like quite an old-fashioned train that kind of travels from Nagano to. It wasn't Nerima, it was something else, but travels from Nagano all the way to Matsumoto. Had a great time at Matsumoto. That castle is absolutely beautiful. I will completely agree. There's also quite a lot of like brutalist architecture in Matsumoto. So really nice concrete buildings and stuff, which I've taken some photos of. There's a great market not too far from the station. A great like, little side street with loads of cool artisanal shops. 100% go to Matsumoto if you get a chance, guys. And then on the way back, we got the train that we originally wanted to get from Shinjuku. We got the train from Matsumoto back to Shinjuku Station. So, it's like 2 and a bit hours. And that train travels like along Lake Biwa, I think it is. And like basically towards, like across the spine of Japan, towards Mount Fuji and then into Shinjuku. So Very picturesque train ride, big beautiful train again. Fantastic. Matsumoto is a great day trip as well, I would say. Nagano, Matsumoto. Fukui is not a day trip, but I know we did it in a day, but that's because we're crazy. Osaka was a fantastic day as well. We spent a lot of time in Amerikamura doing fashion shopping, so that was a great time to go. And just those 4 trips were more than enough to make the Japan Rail Pass, to make it make sense, if that makes sense, if that's, make it viable cost wise. So yeah, great time, really, really good. Oh, hold on, sorry guys, I waffled a bit there, quite a bit of chat, apologies. Yabashi, yes, there is that cool temple in Fukui that I sent a picture of, and basically in the photo, I think I'm stood in front of the huge Buddha, just nobody there at all. Absolutely beautiful place to go to in Katsuyama. It's called Echizen Daibutsu, is the name of the actual Buddha itself. But yeah, it's the temples, Echizen, all in and around that area. It's absolutely beautiful. We also visited like a forest shrine in Echizen, which is not too far from that temple. And that's just completely out in the middle of nowhere, cedar-lined forest, like pathway into like this beautiful old shrine that's been there for like 800 years or something. Beautiful place to go to. Michaela said, would like to say thanks to everyone who took your time out to support JGR and his stream, along with donations. You guys are great supporters of both JGR and New Monkey. Thanks very much, Michaela. And thanks everyone for supporting Nathan. Let's just go back to that. He's the glue, isn't he, that binds all of us together. This community is absolutely fantastic, but we wouldn't have found each other but for Nathan. So it needs to be recognised how much work he does to keep us all together. I know Discord kind of runs by itself, but the community is there because of Nathan. So it's absolutely fantastic that he brought us all together, and I really appreciate it as well. James says his Japanese fascination started with his father's involvement in Japanese movie and TV producers. Wow. The Shogun captivated me in Japanese history. It was ordained. So Jim, I presume that was the original Shogun. Sorry, I'm not trying to say how old you are. But I presume that was the original Shogun in the 80s, which I watched, I think, in the late 90s in a rerun. But yeah, it was really good. Not as good as the modern Shogun, of course, but the original one was really, really good. Michaela, so your future husband is a fun guy to hang out with. At times, they can be. Coexist. Hello. Michaela's killing everybody in Duolingo, Jim. She's making me feel bad. Dan, modeling fan. Hey, Dan, you've asked if our honeymoon is going to be in Japan. It absolutely is going to be in Japan. I mean, where else would I go? Come on. But yeah, it's probably going to be a Kyushu trip. Osaka, Nara, Kyoto for some wedding photos. Then time in Kyushu, a week to 10 days in Kyushu, and then some time in Tokyo as well, and then come home. That sounds like it to me. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it as well. What Coexist? It was fun catching a drink. I think we drank outside, didn't we? I seem to remember outside of that. Although we went to a bar as well afterwards. That was good fun. Nagano apples are lovely. Mario, completely agree. Aomori apples are also very, very nice. If you get a chance to go up to northern Japan, 100% try the apple stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. Plus, you can go on the Tohoku Shinkansen, which is, we all know the green Tohoku Shinkansen, the E5 is the best looking one, isn't it? Let's be honest, guys. E5 Shinkansen is the best looking one. And yes, I do have a model of that somewhere, but not to hand. Oh, so Koizis said, what's your favourite stop along the Hokuriku Alps route? Great question, Koizis. I would probably say Kanazawa, to be honest. Kanazawa is fantastic. It's a smaller, more condensed version of Kyoto. It's incredibly easy to get to. It's got an iconic Shinkansen station. The Kenroku Gardens are absolutely lovely, aren't there? There's a lot of history there. The samurai section of the village with the old pathways and stuff are very, very nice. So I think Kanazawa's got a lot to offer. We stayed in there for a few nights, me and Mrs. JJI, in a hotel called the Min Kanazawa. And those Min hotels, MINN, are all across Japan. They're a really good standard. So I would say a higher standard than the Appas, etc., but not like a Hilton, somewhere in the middle, and they're quite good and quite accessible, and good for families as well if you'd like. So yeah, I would definitely say Kanazawa is good, but I would say Fukui is probably a close second, and Nagano as well. Nagano is great, but I think Fukui was just so special. I'll put Fukui second and then Nagano third, but I really like all three of them. They're all fantastic. Kazuma, hello. Hey, Gaz. You okay? Hope you're doing well. Yes, JGI is in the house, and you are in JGI's house. So there you go. Thanks very much. Craig Master in Japanese class in the morning for me. Kanji test. Good luck, Craig. Hope you do well. Remember, it's all about the radicals. A wild Kazumi appeared. Very funny. Duolingo. Oh yeah, Duolingo is a great start. We all need to speak Japanese at home. What a great suggestion! Thanks for the tip. I completely agree. We will start speaking more Japanese at home until Mikhail starts committing harikiri on me. But yeah, that's really good. I was wondering where you were as well, Gaz, where our Australian contingent were. But yeah, I'm kind of wrapping up the stream. I think, to be honest, it's getting on a bit. But just a few final thoughts, if that's okay. I obviously really appreciate you guys joining me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. There'll be no notifications, probably because you don't have notifications on my channel, I suppose. But that's been a lot of fun. Don't forget, obviously, Nathan will be back streaming hopefully next week. I think he's back. It'd be great to see him back on here, and we can all join again. But I've really enjoyed this. I might start thinking about doing a more regular stream on my socials because I do enjoy doing the streaming stuff. It's just difficult to set up, but it has been. I do appreciate you guys spending this time with me. It's been a lot of fun. And chatting Japan, don't forget. Instead of me just showing me all my weeby stuff on my desk, it has been fun chatting about Japan. I hope to keep increasing my knowledge about Japan so I can help share more of that with you guys as well through all my socials and stuff like that. So yeah, I think with that said, I'm going to go and finish my beer. Hope you guys have had a good time. Really appreciate you coming on. Let's make sure we keep supporting Nathan in his quest to become the world's biggest YouTuber. But make sure you check his latest video out. Those have just been posted on his socials as well. Yeah, and that's it from me. I'll have to turn around and cancel the stream because I don't know how to do it from my phone, I'm afraid. So I'll do that. But it's been a really good hour and a bit. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you all in the future. Thanks a lot. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye.